Hello everyone, I'm Tammy Belcher and I am going to get to talk to you today about sleep and why we need our sleep and what we can do to get a better night's sleep. And guess what? Sleep is not negotiable. It is not. And you need 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. And I'm sure you know, and you will not be surprised to hear that statistically, 75% of we women are not getting our 7 to 9 hours. Actually, we're getting a lot less than that. And I know I can tell a difference in my body when I don't get enough sleep. So let's just talk about sleep. When you are asleep, your brain is actually super busy cleaning up the toxins that it has experienced and stored up during the day. So it is critical. You know, a lot of us think that when we go to sleep, our brains are resting, but they are not. They are little computers and they are super busy just cleaning out. So they will be prepared for the next day. So if you aren't getting that sleep, you are not getting prepared for the next day, and we don't want that to happen. Did you know that when you do not get enough sleep, you don't have the mental energy that's necessary? And guess what? That means you won't have the amount of self-control that you would normally have. Well, we don't want to hurt our husband or our coworkers or our children by not having the right amount of self-control because we didn't get enough sleep. So that, we need to fix that, right? So we want to prepare ourselves and get ready for some sleep. When you don't get enough sleep, you don't have a healthy immune system. You have a four-fold increase of colds and the flu. And the schools around us right now are closed for sickness. So if we could prevent a lot of that just by getting a good night's rest, let's do it. When you don't get enough sleep, you're going to have that increased craving for carbs and for sweets. And when you don't get enough sleep, you impair your memory. And I know I need all the memory I can have and can get. So, do you know that when you come to the end of your day, you can make a difference in how you're going to sleep just by how you are preparing? You need that successful bedtime routine so you can have a restful night and then have productive days. So let's start with this. Go to bed every night at the same time. That's going to signal your body it's time for sleep. And I used to be terrible about this, but now 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 10 o'clock. It's also important to have the same routine every night. So that might seem boring to a lot of people, but you just get in a routine, washing your face, getting on your moisturizer. You know what your routine is or should be. So follow the routine, both for yourself and your children. It makes a big difference. So here is what I do, and here's what I do with my oils before I'm going to bed. So an hour before bedtime, I begin by diffusing what I would call any of our sleepy oils that we're going to be discussing today on this video. Now, what I have started doing that I love, I think it's kind of my favorite go-to oil these days, is I apply some Stress Away, and I'm going to give you the Stress Away here, and I also put Stress Away in my diffuser. This is an hour before I go to bed because I already want to start running the diffuser and getting those negative ions in the air up in my room. So there's the Stress Away. So I do that. Now you could also apply Stress Away to your wrist, to your temples, and to the back of your neck. That's also going to help a whole lot. So what is Stress Away? What does it have in it? It's one of our blends, so it has different oils in it. It's a mixture of copaiba, lime, cedarwood, lavender, and it promotes the immune system, both its functioning and the emotional balance. So that is super helpful. Now let's get some cedarwood. Now cedarwood is going to stimulate the release of melatonin. And what I love about cedarwood, and from watching my other video that I love to talk about the trees and just the biology of things, it is distilled from the bark of the Atlas cedar, which is an evergreen native in the Atlas Mountains in northern Africa. How cool is that you get to use an essential oil that comes all the way from northern African trees? And it is closely related to the Lebanon cedars that we hear about in the Bible. And what this does, it stimulates the limbic region of the brain, And so what I do every night, you can either diffuse that or you can do both of these. You can diffuse it and you also could rub some on your big toe. So that's what my husband and I do. I'm gonna move this, sorry. That's what we do. We rub this on our big toe every night. All right. And now we're gonna talk about lavender. I'm gonna grab my lavender. I didn't have it where I needed it, so let me just move you around here. Okay, let's talk about lavender. Most people know lavender, but Young Living lavender is spectacular because it is all pure. It's only lavender, nothing else, just like all of our oils. So I love it so much. No synthetic properties at all. It's just pure. Well, lavender, this is going to calm the mind. It's going to diffuse, you can diffuse it or you can use it topically. And it's also a great oil to use in soothing muscle discomfort. Now, another thing I like to do is I'm preparing for bed. That hour I have before bed, sometimes I'll go ahead and take about a 15-minute Epsom salt bath just to release those toxins from the day and get some relaxation in the bathtub. And those Epsom salts are wonderful. So I take about a cup of that and then take about 4 or 5 drops of either lavender or Stress Away. Once again, Stress Away has become my addiction for a lot of different ways I'm using it. And I do use it in my bathtub as well when I'm taking my Epsom salt bath. But lavender's good, Stress Away, any of these nighttime oils we're talking about would be great for your Epsom salt bath. All right, and if you combine the cedar wood and the lavender, what's great about what you're going to do with that is you're getting that combined aid of falling asleep and staying asleep. Because, sometimes we might fall asleep really easily, but we might not stay asleep. So this way, it's a fall asleep, stay asleep blend. So those two together go wonderfully hand in hand. Now next, we're going to talk about Valor. Now, Valor, I think, is not in stock right now, but it's important to go ahead and talk about it because it will come back in stock and it's amazing and you have to grab it when you can. But what is in Valor? It's another blend. It's got spruce, rosewood, blue tansy, frankincense, and it's used for calming, peace and relaxation, and it reduces snoring. So if you have a snorer, hallelujah, this is going to help a lot. It works best on the bottom of your feet, and you want to put 6 drops of this on the bottom of your feet, and you can also put it on your heart, your throat, and your wrist. So I would definitely suggest, as soon as you can grab Valor, when you see it's in stock, grab it. Peace and calming. Now, peace and calming. My husband and I, for 2 years, have had quite a little lovely relationship with peace and calming. What is in it? Blue tansy, patchouli, tangerine, orange, ylang ylang. And it does exactly what it says it's going to do. It's going to give you peace and calmness. It's going to relax you, but it's going to calm both your emotional and your mental state. And we all need that. And so what I do with this every night is I just take a drop and I rub what I call the little peace and calming mustache right under my nose. And then I do the same thing for my husband. And that is divine. It smells so good. And my husband, if I do happen to forget it, then he asks for it. He's like, oh, where is our peace and calming? So he really, really loves this. And then, like I said earlier, we put the cedarwood on our big toe. So we do peace and calming, followed by cedarwood on our big toe. And don't forget, this past hour, I've already had the diffuser running in my room with Stress Away in it, or lavender, or whatever the sleepy oil you would like to have, or what you have on hand that we've covered so far. Now, this is something I never had until recently. It's a supplement. It's called MU Pro. MU Pro, and it says on it, immune system supporting supplement. Now, it is a supplement that has all the benefits of melatonin, of wolfberries, which we have a lot of wolfberry products, including the Nixia, if you drink Nixia. And Reishi mushrooms is in this, which Reishi mushrooms is a medicinal mushroom that has been used in Chinese medicine for 2,000 years with lots of success. So they've put the mushrooms, and there are a couple other types of mushrooms in here as well. And it's got chelated zinc, copper, and selenium. And if you don't know what chelated means, that's just a type of bonding of ions and molecules, and it means that they get firmly attached so they don't disassociate when they get into your digestive tract. So they're staying bonded together that entire time, even when they're in your digestive tract. So that is important. So we talked about ImmuPro has a wolfberries, and wolfberries help support a healthy immune system and provide the high level of antioxidants. And we said it also has melatonin, which I'm sure you know, melatonin is going to increase restful night's sleep and give your body that natural sleeping rhythm that it needs to get into. It also has orange essential oils, which it has become in the last 3 months or 4 months has become one of our favorite family oils. And so it has a high level of limonene, which is both uplifting and calming. So what you're going to do before bedtime, and once again, this goes back for me about an hour to 30 minutes before my bedtime, so about 9 or 9:30, I take 1 tablet of ImmuPro. My husband takes 1 tablet, and my son, he's almost 14, and he takes half of a tablet. So I give him only a half. Now, some people do take 2 of these, but I would suggest either starting with half or with 1. I sleep great. This is like a dream, and I'm not a bad sleeper, but I do wake up a couple times during the night, and with this I don't, and neither does my husband, who is a very light sleeper. He's been a light sleeper our whole 29 years of marriage, and I'm not. I usually do sleep pretty heavily, but he doesn't. He's light, and so now he says he can get a really good night's sleep with this. So at first when I first ordered it, I thought it was just going to be for building up my immune system. And then when I discovered all the aspects that made it a great sleep product, I was so thrilled because I started sleeping great, and so did all my rest of my family, because since they were the light sleepers. So that was great. Now the other oil that I wanted to show, 2 more oils actually. Well, this is Progessence Plus. And Progessence Plus, if you don't know, is the miracle drug for hormone balancing that we love. This serum. This is divine. So I'm sure somebody else is going to cover a video on all of that kind of stuff. But as far as sleep, once again, getting your hormones in balance is a big part of sleeping well. So I do put Progessence Plus on a few drops every night on my inner ankles. So that helps promote sleep. Now the last oil I want to talk about, I don't have yet, but I'm so excited about getting this. I already placed my order for February, and so it will be here in a couple of days. But it is the oil that is designed, it's the oil blend designed for kids to help them sleep well. And I have read great reviews of both adults and kids that have used this. So I'm excited about trying it. I want to try it on my 14-year-old, and I'm going to try it and see what, what effects it has on my body. It's called Sleepy Lies, I think. It's the word sleepy with Lyze on it, I believe. And it sets the environment for that restful and peaceful sleep. I'm just making myself sleepy talking about this. I'm ready for my afternoon nap, I think. But it is gentle and supporting, great specifically for kids. You're going to diffuse it, or you're going to rub it on the bottom of your feet. You can also rub it on their sweet little ears and on their neck and on their feet. And don't you guys just love that these oils are promoting both yourself, your spouse, your kids, that you are touching them and just really hearing about their day, and they can see that you care and love them because you are taking these oils and you're rubbing it on them before bedtime. I just think that is a precious part of, reading their story, their bedtime story, and praying with them and rubbing the oils on them before they go to bed. I just think it's a precious new part of our routine I didn't ever have until 2 years ago. So I love it for that. So this sweet little sleepy blend that you're going to put on your children, you can do all those things. Ears, the wrists, the neck, the feet, and guess what? You can also put it on your pets. It's great for dogs and for horses, and you'll just take a couple drops and pet your dog both head to toe, and that will help ease them right into bed. And I can't wait. We have our new puppy, and we have another little dog that's 2 years old, so I cannot wait to try this oil on them. I think that's going to be just such a precious thing to do to help them go to sleep. Well, I didn't tell you what oils are in it, so real quickly, let me tell you which oils are in this special little kid sleepy blend, because I hear the puppy waking up right now, and I'm going to have to go check on the puppy. Okay, The 8 oils that are in here: lavender, geranium, Roman chamomile, tangerine, bergamot, sacred frankincense, valerian, and rue. So those are wonderful, wonderful, relaxing, calming oils that also smell so good. And Roman chamomile is gone. Most of the time I've been in Young Living, it's been out of stock. So it is in this blend. So I'm super excited. I'll have to let you guys know how I like it when I get done. Now, one other thing I love at bedtime is I made a little linen spray. Now, I forgot to bring my little bottle down here, but I have a little 2-ounce bottle I ordered off Amazon. And I have a mixture, a little recipe that I love to spray on all my linens, because I always love to go to different high-end department stores, or stores that you would know if I said them, to buy my linen spray. And so now I just make my own with essential oil. So I spray those on my sheets and on my pillowcases. And I also take those with me to hotels or on trips when we go. When we have a camper, and I like to take it in the camper. I have a whole other set of oils for my camper, so I take the oils everywhere, but the linen spray is great. So I will also post that recipe so you can have the linen spray recipe if you would like to use that as well. Well, I hope that you've learned a lot about sleep, that you will start getting a good night's sleep because you will get in a routine with using your oils, with your essential oils. And if I can answer any questions, I would be glad to do that in the remarks. And just thank you so much for watching these videos, and thank you for helping me learn. And if I can help you learn in any way, I'd be glad to help. Have a great day. Sleep well.